I'm sitting here thinking about the word respect. I know it's a word that everyone use it, but yet do they know the true meaning of it? People know the definition of the word respect, but everyone has their own definition on what respect is. I may say something to offend someone, they may feel disrespected. But in my thoughts, in my brain, I don't think I respected that person or disrespected that person, mean to say. But you have people take the word respect to how to make them feel. Let's go for a ride. This word respect, everyone gravitates towards it. They want to be respected. They want to be admired. They want to feel important. They want to be loved. That could mean respect. Person could be mistreated, talked down to, belittled, made fun of. That would be disrespect. But how would our society today, especially in this climate that we have, know the true meaning of the word respect? Because when I think about the word respect, I look at it as I treat people the way I want to be treated. I don't go around disrespecting people just to get a one-up on them or to prove that I'm better than someone. Being respectful could also mean minding your manners. It could mean being cautious of what you say and how you say it. Being respectful could be on how you feel. So there's a myriad of ways that people can see respect. Because I know back in the day, in the Victorian times, when someone was disrespected, it was a duel. But now, today, if you look at someone, that's considered disrespect. If you correct someone, that's disrespect. If you try to show someone the correct way of doing things or a new way of doing things, that's disrespect. But isn't that person trying to show respect by showing correction, a newer way or easier way? On how to be more efficient? I think our society today is so wrapped up in feelings. Feelings is fleeting. One minute you feel good, next minute you feel bad. Depending on how you feel, maybe the way that you see you were either respected or disrespected. I remember growing up as a little boy in school. We would play the dozens, that's what they called it back then, you know, panning on each other. Just by the definition of that was straight disrespect, but it was fun. It built character. And that's what's lacking today, is character in people. When people don't have character, respect and disrespect becomes how they feel. Not about what the person was doing or saying, either a correction or teaching. It's all predicated now on the way you made me feel. That's how you disrespected me. Feelings trump everything now in our society. If you don't feel like going to work, you don't have to work. If you don't feel like going to the grocery store, you don't have to go. But there's always consequences when it comes down to your feelings, or if you're being respected or disrespected. So when people think, because everything comes from the mind, it just doesn't come from a feeling. It comes from knowing. It comes from living. It comes from experience. That's what makes a person know the true meaning of the word respect. I'm tough-skinned. I'm in my 50s. I've seen it all, done it all, heard it all, and said it all. So I got tough skin. My skin is pretty tough. I don't really get off into my feelings much, because I know at that moment I may feel upset, I may feel bad, and if I feel bad, that's something I ponder on. I take ownership of that, because those are my feelings, not your feelings, not anyone else's feelings. And if someone says something to me, that does not give me the right to go into my feelings to disrespect someone. But yet, on the same token, how our society is wired now, feelings is everything. Everyone's trying to read everyone else's feelings. We're not saying every day will be sunshine and rainbows and pink now and laters, but just thinking about life, you have to tiptoe around, because it's all about everyone else's feelings. You don't want no one to feel disrespected. But yet, on the same token, they want respect. Everybody wants respect in some form or fashion. But I think we make life more difficult than what it is. Now you have the woke culture. You have to think about everything that you may want to say. certain people or just to people in general because you don't know. Because you don't want to disrespect anyone. It could be coming out of love or teaching or correction, but people will take it as disrespect. And I've noticed society now is more to themselves now. It's not open like it used to be. I know back in the 90s, early 2000s, or even the mid 2000s, you can say what was on your mind to just about anyone, and they took it on the chin. But now, if you do something like that, it could be a fight, or you can get killed. Because people are in their feelings. All over one word of respect. I know it's been like that for years, but it seems like now it's more prevalent. Like I said, people keep to themselves now. They don't go out and try to help others or try to be that neighborly person or even lend that helping hand to someone because you may offend them, because they may feel disrespected. Tell me what your thoughts. Leave some comments.